Hey, aloha everybody, it's Bob Smith from Smith Taekwondo and Pro Sport Kickboxing and U.S. Defense Contractor. And I'm coming to you today regarding the proper use of the guile sling, or the three-point sling. I'm making this video because of one person in particular, but if you're in the military, every one of you has someone like this in your unit. Someone who doesn't have a clue how to use the gear, but they're the kiss ass, or they're the person who wants to burn you just for the expense of you understanding that they're in charge. Had a female a few years ago that tried to actually sabotage a couple of Navy SEALs. Friends of mine actually tried to sabotage me, actually tried to lie about the use, my argument of the three-point sling. So here's the argument. The person in question said that you can't wear a three-point sling like this because if somebody is walking along behind me, they might accidentally or inadvertently walk in front of my muzzle. Okay, have you been to a gun store where somebody, after the gun store owner unloads, shows clear and safe, and places the gun on the deck? Have you inadvertently walked in front of somebody's muzzle there? Or has the gun store owner? Sometimes they'll face the weapon facing away, sometimes they'll face it back towards themselves. Is that an unsafe act? Well, no, Bob, because you verified that the weapon is clear and safe. Oh yes, I have. But that being said, rule number one is we need to treat every weapon system as if it were loaded at all times, whether or not I verified that the weapon is clear and safe. So here's the conundrum, if you will. The person said that if I'm working with a team or in a stack, my muzzle may be over here, somebody may accidentally walk in front of my muzzle and get shot, and that would be unsafe. No more unsafe than a gun lying on the counter. Unless you're the type of person that believes that gun is going to jump up off of the counter and start killing people indiscriminately. So the proper use of a three-point sling, and here's another argument, is you get these guys that have taken a class or a course, or they've read in a manual somewhere, this is the only way that you can wear it, this is the only way that you can wear it. Okay, here's the proper usage for the three-point sling or the guile sling. First of all, 3 points of contact. It makes a triangle, or I can wear it as a two-point sling if I like. I don't like that. So I adjust it, support side arm goes through, head goes through, and the weapon system hangs down just enough for me to make about 2 fists. If I need to snap in from here, I can easily do so. The weapon system comes up, it's in my ready position just below my line of sight. If the weapon needs to come off safe, I can engage my threat. Let's say that I'm at this position and for whatever reason I need to transition to my bare hands, because we all know Bob Smith, he likes to use his bare hands and feet to open up that can of ass whooping. So at which point I put the weapon system on my back, I can go empty hands, open hands, whatever I need to do. If the weapon or the situation calls for me to getting back on that primary weapon system, I grab the buttstock, I bring it back up and snap in. Okay, so I've won that argument, and you might say, okay, Bob, well, some people wear it on the other side. Oh, yes, they do, especially in the Army and the Marine Corps. People who actually are experienced riflemen, and here's how you'll see them wear it. You'll see them take their firing sidearm, put it through, and their head, and they'll wear it just like this. And if they need to snap up, they snap up. If they want to let the weapon system hang, they let it hang, muzzle down. If they're in garrison, they want to wear the weapon system on their back, muzzle down. It's pointed in a safe direction. If for whatever reason they need to get back on that weapon system, they bring it right back up and snap in. They might be walking along in a field patrol carry, just like this. Just on patrol, walking the fence line of their perimeter, and they're here. Maybe they need to get into their vehicle, in which case they'll wear the weapon system like this. Muzzle up, pointed in a safe direction. Now I wonder how come they're not afraid this weapon is going to go off so close to their face. Because no one is touching the weapon. No one is operating it. Guns don't go boom by themselves, no matter how many Hillary Clinton and liberal lies you listen to. It doesn't happen. But that being said, I need to transition. I go back to my back. Boom, there. I need to go to my secondary. There. I need to get back onto my primary weapon system. Come up, reload, and I'm back on target. So that's the proper usage of the three-point sling. Remember that. Be safe when you're at the range. And if you guys don't have a red gun or a blue gun, you're making a mistake. because these are two of the most important tools you can have for safe practice of weapons handling. This is Bob Smith. Until next time, blood makes you related, but loyalty makes you family. Out.